Researchers have identified such curvatures, and accordingly, these curvatures are named as curve of Spee, curve of Wilson, curve of Monsoon, and one triangle that is Bonville's triangle. So, lot of geometry can be seen in our teeth arrangement. Now the first curvature is called as curve of Spee. It was named after the German embryologist Ferdinand Graf von Spee. It refers to the anteroposterior curvature of the occlusal surfaces, beginning at the tip of the mandibular cuspid and following the buccal cusp of bicuspids, that is premolars and molars, continuing as an arc through the condyle. If the curve is extended beyond, it would form a circle of about 4 inch in diameter. This curvature is within the sagittal plane only. So this is how you can see various sketch images and the cast. So if you start from the central incisal edges of incisors, then the same arch you have to continue, follow the buccal cusp of premolar, molar, and you extend behind. It will form a circle. This is how it will form a circle. So it is concave in the mandible and convex in the maxilla. It appears like this. So this is basically a curve of Spee. This is basically, so this is incisors, this is incisor, and if I follow the incisor edge, buccal cusp of molar and premolar and extend beyond, so it will form a curvature. So our teeth are arranged along the imaginary curvature. Now significance. It helps in achievement of occlusal balance during mastication by encouraging the simultaneous contact in more than one of the dental arch, and too much curve is not advisable by setting artificial teeth for denture during orthodontic therapy. A flat curve is preferred. It allows for the normal functional protrusive movement of the mandible. Now next is curve of Wilson. Now this curve is a mediolateral, that was anteroposterior. Now this is mediolateral, that contacts the buccal and lingual cusp tip of each side of the arch. So it results from the inward inclination of the lower posterior teeth. So making the lingual cusp larger than the buccal cusp, and outward inclination of the upper posterior teeth. So we will see in the images. You can see in the upper first image, the mandibular teeth are inwardly inclined. So you can see if you join the occlusal cusps, occlusal surfaces of both the side, it will form an arc. So it is mediolateral of both the side, not the anteroposterior. So this is called as curve of Wilson. So in the schematic representation, the last right bottom also you can see the lower, it joins the lower teeth from the arc, it forms the arc, and the upper molar you can see they are tilted in such a way that the palatal cusps are touching the occlusal and the buccal cusps are at a higher level. So if you join all four cusps of both the sides of molar, it will form an arc, and this is called as curve of Wilson. So this is how it will appear. So molar, upper molar. So you have to join this molar with this molar. So palatal cusp of both the molars are at a lower level, touching the occlusal plane, and the buccal cusp of this tooth and buccal cusp of this tooth, they are placed at a higher level. And if you join 1, 2, 3 and 4, all 4 points, it will form a arc like this. And if you continue If you continue, it will form a circle. It will form a circle. So this is how mediolateral curve. It helps in two ways. Teeth are aligned parallel to the direction of medial pterygoid for optimum resistance to masticatory forces, and the elevated buccal cusp prevent the food from going past the occlusal table. Now let us see the monsoon sphere or a curve of monsoon. It is basically a combination of both the curves, curve of Spee and curve of Wilson. And it includes all the cusp, all the incisal edges and all the teeth. And if you join both the curves in both the planes, it would form a sphere that is called as sphere or curve of monsoon. So this is curve of Spee, this is curve of Wilson, and together it will form a curve of monsoon, which has 4-inch radius. So this is how a combination of both the curve is called as curve of monsoon. So curve of Spee, if you see, this is our cast like this, and if you keep a sphere on it, you can see the lower teeth are arranged along the curvature. So this is curve of Spee. And if you see from this side also, the lower teeth are arranged along the sphere. So this is curve of Wilson, and if you extend both these curves, behind, it would form a circle like this. So this is antero-posterior curve, that is curve of Spee, and mediolateral is curve of monsoon. So if you join this antero-posterior and mediolateral, it will form a curve of monsoon, and the radius is 4-inch, and the center is present in the glabella. So this glabella landmark you have already studied in anatomy. Now let us see Bonville triangle. It is an equilateral triangle. Exists between the center of the condyle and the mesial contact of the mandibular central incisor. So we need 3 points for triangle. So two are present in the center of the condyle and one is between the incisor. If you join 3 points, it will form a triangle, and the dimension of each side is 4-inch. And if all sides are having 4-inch, that means occlusion is normal. If it is not, then occlusion is not normal. This is how we can guess.